Hello, Nightfall Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 3 Scenario 2 with me, BlueAnkylo. Last episode, we saved Hazuki, but not her father, from falling in the river, because they were fighting bandits, I guess. But after we exited the cave on our way to Baran to get a ship, it was night. So now we need to find a place to take camp, according to our advisor here. So let us continue.
Well, it seems night has fallen. We need to find a safe place to camp.
Right by that rail track. That's safe.
Look there!
Oh, sure, there's a village. How fortunate we
are to find a village here.
Yeah, just what I was going to say. It's been a long day. I don't think anyone wants to sleep outside. That village is most welcome.
Agreed. Let's see what kind of accommodations we can find there.
Just put the centaurs in the stables. They'll be fine. You wouldn't want the centaurs stinking up the beds, right? Do 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 do. A different game I should be let's playing. Anyway, the next morning. We were fortunate to arrive in the middle of the night.
Very fortunate, considering how many Republican soldiers are staying in this village.
We were lucky to find this village. Rhineside, is it? But now we're stuck here. What a waste of time. This is why she gets the boo-hoo kid voice. Well, Synthesis, you'll just have to be patient until Erudo returns from assessing the situation. Until then, we can't afford to risk moving. I'm worried about him. He's not very quick.
Noise from outside. I wonder if the Republican army is beginning to move.
That's exactly what he said. Oh, look who it is. You survived. We've been anxiously awaiting your return, Erudo. It sounds as if the Republican army may be on the move. What is the situation in the village?
Well, the Republican army has started to move out, but something isn't quite right.
What is it, Erudo?
Well, the Republican army has been prepared to move out all morning, but as if they were waiting for someone, or something. They appear to have been waiting for an Imperial general. What makes you think they were waiting for an Imperial general? That's just what he just said. Repeat yourself.
An Imperial general was seen entering the inn where the Republican army was staying, only to emerge later with the Republican general. The two of them departed for the battlefield together.
What does it mean, Prince Medion? An Imperial general and a Republic general collaborating? That's just like us collaborating with Symbiotes. They must be our friends then. Allies, certainly. Right? No, that's not what anyone was thinking?
Speaking of which, oh yeah, that's right. They said the Symbiotes army was on its way. They had to hurry.
Oh, I know where we are. I mean, we better help out Symbiotes.
So that's it, an ambush. Considering the political instability within the Republic, a betrayal is not out of the question.
An assassination plot against King Benetrim? Well, that would appear to be something. Maybe. I don't know.
They want to live under Imperial... No, it's more likely an Imperial plot to remove King Benetrim. Who knows? Politics. That's right! We can't just abandon our friends in the Symbiotes army! We could follow the Republican army and reinforce the Symbiotes army when the need arises. Slow down, Zero. Slow it down.
That's exactly what we'll do, Zero. But slower.
We can set out to follow the Republican army as soon as we've finished gathering information and replenishing our supplies. Republican army. Hey, never mind. I didn't say anything. Okay, So, yeah, we got a new character. We got Hazuki. I got Zero. He's back. Last battle, he wasn't in the fight. And we got all the old crew. Looks like levels. Campbell needs to get a level up. Waltz and Rock. And then Hazuki. Okay. Good to know. Let's have a little chit-chat. Actually, what I really want to do is clean up some inventory space. Because we're going to need this pretty soon, but we're not going to need that for a while. And probably not going to need that for a while. We're definitely going to save that for later. And we should use that Lucky Cookie. Now, I've been trying to not spoil it for a while. But there is a reason to boost up Synthesiz's luck specifically. So, well, like last time in Scenario 1, I used it on the leader because it does protect status elements if you get their luck high enough. The math, I can't find any like really good breakdown on how the luck stat works, other than I believe the breakpoint is like 7 for like poison and sleep. I think you're immune at luck 7, and I believe luck 8 is immune to death, although it might be 9. Like no one's like 100% sure. It's not simple, whatever it is. There's also sort of a comparison for certain status ailments with a high luck. It's easier to apply it to the enemy as well. At least that's the theory. It could also be wrong. I was thinking I could get Synthesis up to 9 luck right here, which should mean she can apply a lot of status ailments. I changed my mind. I'm giving it to Medion. I'd rather get status protection than status infliction. I'd just rather he wasn't one shot and we had to redo the battle. If it helps. I'm not even sure if it works that way. Like, it's weird. Luck is always a weird stat. I was certain the Imperial and Republican armies were bitter enemies. It's unthinkable that they joined forces. It's like, you know, you and Symbiotes working together. Crazy. So, some advice?
Imperial and Republican generals joining forces to plot the assassination of the Republican king is
No one has said that. That is all presumption.
We absolutely cannot allow this to pass.
Like, they are totally just guessing what's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe they're going to join Symbiotes, like we would, sort of. If our friends, the Symbiote army, are the targets of this subversion, we must rush to their aid. Yeah, because it's unthinkable for Imperials and Republicans to work together. The Republican army is here in Rhineside. I can't stand my own voice, so I'm going to stop talking. Frankly, I'm shocked the Symbiote army is targeting by a Republican, blah, 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 blah. I wonder what general it is. I have no idea. Sorry, bird brains have to talk fast. It's hard to... those ones. We intend to board a ship in an effect. Needing to travel to Mirand on foot was unexpected. All of you with only 2 feet must have good legs. I laugh at you, though. Trot, trot, trot. Truthfully, even though I was stationed in Brand with the Rogan army, I never knew about this village north of Brand. How would you guys not know about the local... like, is there not a map with all the villages on it? Especially when you're at war?
I enjoyed the trip through the cave to Brand. Had a lot of character. Next time, I'd like to be able to take my time.
You know, he probably likes being underground. Since starting the journey to search for Yasha, I have seen many new things, but I miss home and the ways of the Far East. Okay, so maybe she's supposed to talk like Irene, except she had English tutors. Anyway, might have been more interesting if Irene was a ninja, actually, in Scenario 1. So we got ourselves a little town. Good times. Welcome to Rhineside, the sidiest of the Rhines.
The forest around Stump to the east is where the best trees grow, but cutting them down is taboo. We've got the best trees. If you try, a forest elf will appear, interfere, and play tricks, so you can't get any work done.
checking the box out. There's a fair bit of loot stashed around the town, as usual. I don't think there's anything incredibly important to pick up. Yeah, that's not very valuable.
Hunting game in the mountains is our primary source of meat, but my daughter always begs to have fish for dinner. Rhineside isn't a fishing village, so I guess you'll have to go without.
Or you could go buy some, but I guess, like, there is a river next door. You could go fishing.
Oh, I love the taste of fish, but I almost never get to eat it.
You should really learn how to go fishing then. There's a river right next to town. Well, the only way to get fish here is by trading wild game meat for it. But because of all the battles recently, trade is dried up. Yeah, this is a family that doesn't like fish. And a daughter who's being a smart aleck, trying to convince her parents to buy fish, and they're like, oh no, there's no fish here. No fish anywhere near the river. Nope, you stay away from there, youngster. Recipe for fish. They should really have the name of the recipe, maybe. Take some berries and herbs and heat them in a pan. Then slice the fish into strips, mix it in, and cook until the fish is white throughout. I call it fish berries. You guys like my fish berry recipe? Looks like a weapon shop. Everybody likes weapon shops. Probably the best part of most towns. Especially when you can loot them. Looks like there's very much good looting here, though. Shopkeeps these days. I wonder if that's just the rule. If shops never have any items you can loot. I wouldn't trust that, though. First craft artisans, right? Maybe. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What am I looking at? No, nothing to repair. Nope. No deals yet. And no haggles from this shop, unfortunately. So, if you wanted to switch to swords rather than rapiers, you could do that and get an upgrade earlier than the rapier. But I'm not going to bother resetting my weapon skill. Same katana we've already got. I believe, though, that this will be an upgrade for Campbell. And he will equip it. And he will sell his old lance. So, I think this is the first town you can buy a halberd at. Yeah, probably. Unless there was one at the last one. But we've already gotten to level 1 lance, and I guess we'll just stick with that, because he'd start at level 0 with the halberd. If we could have bought a halberd earlier, I might have gone for it, but it's too late. No new axes, no new wands or rods. We already bought the new arrow, I believe. The level 2 arrow. And no new quarrels or shells or shuriken. Although we could buy the wing I was talking about. So, you know, the question here is, do we sacrifice weapon skill for defense? Basically, we're trading weapon skill for defense. I'm pretty sure once Zero levels up his wing skill, it'll do just as much damage, but it will take some time to get there. And I think the answer is yes. Because the birds tend to have weaker... I'm not going to sell it just yet. The birds tend to have lower defense by a little bit. And I kind of prefer the wing weapons for that. Although, I should check. Come on, game. I want to check if he... I think he must have level 1 in wings, right? Yeah, because his damage didn't go down that much. So, I think, even with a loss of 1 level, part of my rationale here is he can't get past level 2 unpromoted anyway in a weapon skill. So he's as good as a steel sword user as he's ever going to get until we promote him. We may as well take that time to get to level 2 wing, which I think in the long run is a better weapon for the birds because it gives them defense. I know it's what we did with Eldar. And honestly, it might not be bad to keep swords on him as well because there might not be anyone else in Scenario 2 that uses swords, like this type of sword. If I keep Midion with rapiers, there's not a lot of other sword users we're going to get. You know, our ninja uses katana, which are a little different. Sheesh, I don't know if there's anyone else that uses swords, actually. That even can. So, maybe we'll dual weapon him. I guess... I don't think they can use knives, because that would be pretty interesting, actually. Oops. I think I tested this out on Eldar. I hope I remembered to test that out. Because that would have been a nice bonus. Yeah, the birds can't use knives, yeah. A range 2 weapon for them would be quite useful. But, just normal swords, like, because he's got level 2 sword skill, it's probably not too unreasonable to get him to level 3 in swords and wings. And there might be some really good rare swords later on that are worth picking up. So I'll keep that in mind, basically. But wings for defense are pretty good. The Republican army that was staying here just left Respinia. They rested yesterday, but this morning they prepared to head out while waiting for someone. They seem to be most unreliable. Nice. So there's some supplies for us to gather up. Now, hopefully you guys watching along remember Scenario 1. And you might remember a scenario, in Scenario 1, a situation maybe, where there were some waterfalls and an Imperial and a Republic general worked together to deal with Synbios. And maybe Medion even stepped in for that scenario. So perhaps we're quickly catching up to there. How come everybody knows about this secret if it's supposed to be a secret, huh? Not a very good secret if everyone knows. Or maybe it's a really good secret that most people don't tell you about. Except that everyone knows. I don't know. That means it's a pretty bad secret. So that army that just departed was apparently General Edmund's, but he didn't leave with them. I hear he left with an Imperial general. Ooh. Intrigue. I was excited to see the Edmund army stay the night in Rhineside. However, there weren't as many men as I'd hoped. Ooh, all those young soldier men. Forest elves. Forest elves rarely reveal themselves to humans. They protect nature and do not forgive those who damage it. Right. I'm stealing your urn full of ashes of dead people, probably. No, I lied. I'm not going to do that. It was just a joke. It was just a joke, YouTube. I would never desecrate the dead like that. Apparently, this town is also starving. Apparently, there's chickens in there. Oh yeah, well that reminds me of something. We might need to pick up our chicken today. Okay. Now the item shop is worth checking into because I believe there's a new hassle or haggle, depending on how you want to term it. This is a pretty large pot. There's a lot of pots in this town. You think their specialty would be like pottery, perhaps, rather than hunting? But it's okay. Like, there are just pots everywhere. Whoa! It's moldy! That's not quite as exciting as I would have believed. Alright, anything new? Nope. Anything new in the deals? Probably not, if I remember correctly. Don't need that. We'll probably buy these later. Maybe one day I'll buy that. I don't know. We've actually got a pretty good supply of money right now. It's not a big deal. I have a feeling maybe the next town... There we go. We unlocked another goddess tier, which is good for later. Maybe the next town or the next chapter will probably get a full suite of weapon upgrades. So we'll probably need a bunch of money for that. That's my expectation. I kind of don't want to check every single box here. But I will. I'll do it for you guys. like I did all that for nothing. On the other side of the mountain ridge, there's a cabin. Yeah, cabins. Yeah. I'll just go eat some. The armies are never coming back. Yes. I guess if you don't know where their feed is, you can't give them anything. So this is a town of starving people. We're gonna steal one of their chickens. Assumedly they'll be a little upset. Another 5-liner there, by the way. Khan wasn't that amazing, though. I don't think the Elbison monks are that cool. Good for you guys. Pray away. Pointing his cross towards the northeast. Oh, this is about the right timeline for when the Elbison statue would have been destroyed, so that's probably the deal. Might as well save. It's been a little while since I did a hard save at a church. I wonder if he'll say anything if we talk to him behind the pew? Have an unpleasant feeling. A feeling that Elbisom's holy influence is in danger. However, Elbisom is protected by the Elbisom statue, which wreaks divine retribution on the minions of darkness, so there is no reason to worry. Yeah. Nothing to worry about. Well, we gotta find some chicken feed. Otherwise, we're mostly done with this town.
Hey you, give me your chicken feed.
The Elbison statue in Barand amplifies the flow of holy power from Elbison, and repulses the power of darkness. Everyone loves Rogan. Yeah, we're trying to go talk to him. And you get food. Sounds a little bit like King Benetrim, I guess. Sending food out to people. Funny how they don't just assume that Rogan is somehow siphoning money away from the kingdom. Oh, I wonder if this used to be Republic territory, and then Rogan took it back or something. I don't know. Hey, we stole your money! Haha! Ah, General Tybalt. Huh. I forget, there's so many names, like, I think Tybalt was Republican, and the Imperial Army probably invaded and took over this land of Barand and surrounding district. And I think that's how Rogan took over, but I could be wrong. It might just be they're both Imperial. But if this is Imperial territory, why would a Republic army be allowed to walk through uncontested? Oh look! A Republic headquarters. It's because you have 4 horses. I mean, 4 feet and are mostly a horse. If this wasn't a secret mission... Look, you're... I don't buy it. You're all horses to me. Ha! All that pot checking finally got us a reward. Whoa! Still moldy. Soldier's Journal. I can't believe there's a hidden village near Barand. I must inform General Edmund. Alright, well. You really need a new cartographer to add these villages to the maps. So, wait. I think there might be one house we missed here, and then we'll do the chicken thing. Yeah, this is the bar. Always miss the bar. The army departed once we got word from our allies. Seems like you guys know something you're not telling me. Oh! Are you telling me straight up that you're rebelling against the Republic? Is this officially sanctioned by, you know, one of the princes or the emperor or anyone? Anyone but a general? Oh yeah, it's fine. It's not like Imperials have been attacking our army anyway. I don't know. Dried goods can turn out alright, right? Food shortage. Alright.
Where's your food? Haha, now you can't afford to buy food.
I guess it's kind of fortunate that in these sorts of JRPGs, you generally don't have to worry about feeding your army. There was a game on the NES, Destiny of an Emperor, I believe? The, what do they call it? The Warring Three Kingdom thingamajigger in China? Ancient history thing? There's a book, you know. In that game, you do have to feed your soldiers. In fact, that's like the main... Well, there's gold, and the other main currency is food. Kinda neat. Fun little game. Yeah, they got preserves. They're fine. We could go fishing. Apparently fishing is taboo in this town. A traveler's journal. There is a village in the forest near Barand. I certainly saw it, but no one believes me. So I put the book inside the village that doesn't exist. Unless he's talking about the weird cabin in the woods that has an elf in it or something, maybe. Alright. Having a good time back here?
What do you mean, what am I doing? Can't you see I'm a carpenter? I thought I'd be able to find some good lumber here in Rhineside, but the revolt started just after I left my home in Barand. Whack, whack. On top of that, we're dealing with the war between the Empire and the Republic. Now I can't go back home. I'm just gonna take it out on this wall. I ran out of gold, but I'm staying here in exchange for doing repairs on the inn. I'm so angry.
Like, whoa, whoa, look at this guy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ambidextrous. Awesome. Alright, let's get out of here. Let me out. Ambidextrous magic hammer repairman. Right, so we got the chicken feed. Let's go find a chicken. Hi, chicken. Hello, chicken. Oh, you love me, chicken. Alright, I heart chicken. We will use the chicken feed on the heart chicken. Because he really likes us. And then we will take our chicken and cook it. I mean, keep it in the headquarters, which was this one. Why? You guys remember scenario 1, right? Well, same thing. It's probably just as bad as it was that time. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the episode. We will exit town and see what happens with maybe helping out the old buddy Synbios. And, you know, I'm sure we'll make it to Barand and meet Rogan eventually. But it might not happen quite so soon. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And I will see you next time for more Shining Force 3.